I have been talking for nearly a year about the obvious reality that the Democratic National Committee, then led by Debbie Wasserman Schultz, was conspiring to crown Hillary Clinton the Democratic presidential nominee and take down Bernie Sanders. We knew it, right? We knew about the decisions around debates being made to help Hillary Clinton. We knew there was very shady stuff going on with the Clinton campaign offices sharing space with DNC offices. We knew that Debbie Wasserman Schultz had previously been on Hillary Clinton's 2008 committee, but those were circumstantial pieces of data. They were requiring of inference. What about something undeniable? Well, we have it. Over the weekend, there was a huge WikiLeaks email release, which included nearly 20,000 emails and over 5,000, actually over 8,000 attached files, including emails from 7 key DNC staff members. WikiLeaks have not yet revealed their source. We know that this hacker known as Guccifer 2.0 claimed that he was the source of the leaks, but some experts say this is doubtful. What we know is that the emails are devastating to the narrative that the DNC is any kind of unbiased and objective observer within the Democratic primary process. Here is just a little bit of what we learned through these email leaks, and it is truly stunning. We know that the DNC's CFO and CEO considered portraying Bernie Sanders as an atheist to damage his chances in more religious states. Sounds like something Republicans would do. We know that the DNC National Press Secretary and Communications Director discussed propagating the negative narrative that the Sanders campaign, quote, never had their act together. We know that the DNC Communications Director and Western Regional Communications Director discussed spreading a story portraying Sanders supporters negatively. That email chain includes the remark, quote, let's get this around without attribution. And we know that Debbie Wasserman Schultz wrote in May that Bernie Sanders, quote, isn't going to be president, and in April that he, quote, has no understanding of the Democratic Party. The emails include a bunch of off-the-record correspondence with media people by DNC key executives, including reporters at Politico and the Wall Street Journal and the Washington Post. This is completely undemocratic. The DNC should be ashamed of itself. And let me be very clear. There is nothing objectively wrong with a party choosing sides or having favorites or helping one candidate. If that's your role, say, hey, what we do as the DNC is look at which Democrats are running and we decide who we want to be the nominee and who we're going to help or who we think has the best shot of winning. And then people can decide, oh, that's a good role for the DNC or that's a bad role for the DNC, right? But the DNC says they don't take sides. That is the problem. This is shameful and disgusting. And we were right all along, and so were many others.
Nothing shocking about it. Nice to have confirmation. It's not surprising at all. And I would like to think it's basically too late already. But I mean, I was hoping when this news broke that this could somehow change things, that maybe Bernie would still have a shot, that the Bernie or bust people could be redeemed.
Right.
But very unlikely.
This violates the DNC's own rules. This is from the Democratic Charter and Bylaws, which I will show you here. And as you can see, quote, the chairperson shall exercise impartiality and even-handedness as between the presidential candidates and campaigns. The chairperson shall be responsible for ensuring that the national officers and staff of the Democratic National Committee maintain impartiality and even-handedness during the Democratic Party presidential nominating process. That is Article 5, Section 4 of the DNC's own charter and bylaws. Chairperson Debbie Wasserman Schultz reiterated this live on CNN at least once, saying, quote, the DNC remains neutral in the primary based on our rules. This is disgusting. This is betrayal at a level that you would typically associate with a developing country, not the United States. And for me, the fraud isn't, oh, look at the ballots in Nevada, right? That was the angle some people were taking during the primary. It's look at the fact that the DNC was long organizing against Bernie Sanders while claiming to be neutral. On many political issues, Democrats and Republicans are similar. On many political issues, Democrats and Republicans are different. This is a systemic problem that has nothing progressive nor democratic about it. This is shameful. And people often say to me, David, why aren't you a Democrat? You vote mostly for Democrats. I want no association with a party entity that does this garbage. If Hillary is better than Trump, I'll vote Hillary, and she is better. But why do I need to be a Democrat for that when I do not endorse this organization and its actions?
It's been a garbage party for a long time. It's just that usually when it comes down to elections, there are only two choices, and you have to pick the lesser of two evils. But make no mistake, Democrats are just about as bad as Republicans when it comes to being bought and sold and you name it. And the Democratic National Committee is a joke. And it has been for a long time.
But we're going to talk about this more later, but it's very important to remember that the DNC leaks don't mean that we should now punish America for years by voting for Donald Trump. And this is a very difficult thing because I feel what many in our audience feel, which is, yeah, Bernie got screwed. Trump was right that Bernie got screwed. If you're Hillary Clinton, I believe she needs to step out and disavow this. I doubt it will ever happen. She's already been completely pretending this issue doesn't exist, at least in a rally earlier today. This really does change a lot. If Bernie lost fair and square, that is one thing. If Bernie lost to Hillary and the DNC, you lose a lot of credibility, even as Bernie Sanders, when he says we need to support Hillary. I still believe Hillary is better than Trump, but this creates a real problem. Absolutely disgusting.